Hello and welcome to another revision video. Today we're looking at the higher tier revision workbook from Edexcel, and we're looking at density, which is section 66 in their book, or page 66 in their book. And we will kick straight off. So density, obviously we've got a reminder of the density triangle. I remember it as density is mass divided by volume and rearranged, but the density triangle is often used as a kind of a scaffold to get you there. Okay, so question one. A piece of wood has a mass of 17.5 grams and a volume of 20 centimeters cubed. What is its density? And we've got it broken down. Density is equal to mass divided by volume. So the mass of this, we're told, was 17.5. I'm just checking my units at the moment. Grams, centimeters cubed, and our unit is in grams per centimeter cubed. So we don't need to adjust any of our units. So we've got 17.5 divided by 20, so we'll bring that calculator in. 17.5 divided by 20 gives us 0.875. Okay, question two. Grace has a silver ring which has a volume of 14 centimeters cubed. The density of silver is 10.5 grams per centimeter cubed. Work out the mass of the silver earring. So if we rearrange our formula, we get mass is equal to density times by volume. So we're looking at 10.5 times by 14. Again, we'll go to the calculator. 10.5 times by 14 is going to give us 147 grams. Okay, question three. Petrol has a density of 0.8 grams per centimeter cubed, and the petrol in a can has a mass of 8.3 kilograms. Work out how much petrol in centimeters cubed does the can contain. So first thing we notice is we've got a mixture of units. So we need to convert this into grams. So 8.3 kilograms is going to be equal to 8,300 grams. And then we can go to the volume is going to be equal to mass divided by volume. Mass divided by density. So we're looking at 8,300 divided by 0.8. So 8,300 divided by 0.8 will give us 10,375 centimeters cubed. We'll go straight to the answer line. 10,375 centimeters cubed. Okay, question four. The solid cuboid is made from plastic, so we've got the cuboid here. Plastic has a density of 0.9 grams per centimeter cubed. Work out the mass of the cuboid. Okay, well, mass is going to be equal to volume times by density. And the volume then is going to be equal to 8 times 10 times 6. Times by the density then of 0.9, and we don't really need the brackets, so 8 times by 10 times by 6 times by 0.9 gives us a mass of 432. Okay, question five. The diagram shows a solid triangular prism. So a triangular prism is going to be the volume would be the cross-sectional area, which is a triangle, times by the length, or times by the which we're given here anyway. So the prism is made of iron. The iron has a density of 7.87 grams per centimeter cubed. Work at the mass of the prism. So we've got mass is equal to volume times by density. We could work out the volume separately. I'm going to do it as one thing though. So it's going to be half of 8 times by 12 times by 15 times by the density, which was 7.87. Right, so I'm going to type it in just for shorthand. 0.5 times by 8 times by 12 times by 15 times by 7.87 gives us 5,666.4, and I'm going to give that as exact 566.4 grams. Okay, question 6. Gavin weighed some metal beads. They had a mass of 950 grams. The volume of the beads was 96 centimeters cubed. Gavin worked out the density and claimed that the metal was gold. Use this information in the table to work out whether Gavin is correct. You must show all your working. Okay, so if we work out the density of what he's done, density is equal to mass divided by volume. So in this case, I'm not saying this out well, shouldn't have two equal signs, but we haven't really got the space. So the mass is 950. I'm just checking my units here, grams and centimeters cubed, so we don't need to convert anything. So 950 divided by 96, and that's 950 divided by 96 is going to give us 9.89583 recurring. So does that sound so? Use this information in the table to work out whether Gavin is correct. No. Density is too low. Too low. Do I need to say that maybe it might be bronze? Maybe bronze. No guarantee it's bronze. If we're told it has to be one of those, then we would assume it's bronze. So question 7. The density of a tin is 5.77 grams per centimeter cubed. The density of lead is 9.78 centimeters cubed. 60 centimeter cubed of tin and 40 centimeter cubed of lead are mixed together to make an alloy called solder. Work out the density of the solder. Okay, so I'm going to use a very basic table for this. So I'm going to say we've got tin and we've got lead. And I'm going to look at density, mass and volume. So density of tin is 5.77. Density of lead is 9.78. We have 60... No, that's the volume. Sorry, I've put that in the wrong place. We have 60 centimeter cubed mixed with 40 centimeters cubed. Right, and we need the combined. So I'm going to call it the alloy or the solder. Right, we can't combine the densities like that. We can combine the volumes and say that we're going to have 100 centimeters cubed, but we need to work out the mass of the two parts and add them together to work out the density. Okay, so mass is equal to density times by volume. So the mass of the tin would be 5.77 times by 60. So 346.2. And the mass of the lead would be, let's check my figures, 9.78 times by 40. So 391.2. So the combined mass is going to be that one plus 346.2. So we're going to have a combined mass of 737.4. So we want the density, which is going to be mass divided by volume. We can divide that by 100 quite fairly easily. So it's going to be 7.374. That tends to be how I would do any combined density question. I kind of split it always into a little table. I just found it set out quite nicely there. Okay, and that's the end of our density revision. I hope you found that useful, and subscribe if you like.